As most of you may be aware, I took a little break from Lost Wave. However, this break didn't last long, or I suppose you could say that this so-called break didn't last at all. You see, over the past few weeks, I've been journeying around the obscure side of the Lost Wave rabbit hole. There's a hidden world that holds all sorts of lesser-known songs. This doesn't mean, however, that these songs are any worse than the ones we all know and love. They just haven't caught on yet. So, in this video, we're going to be looking at some of my favourite Lost Wave songs that I've come across and attempt to dive a little deeper into them. So, without further stalling, let's get into the first song. First things first, the synths at the beginning of this song are an immediate giveaway to when it could have been recorded. They scream the 90s. Scrolling down to the comments, the OP said that the song was specifically recorded in 1985, which is not far off from what I initially guessed. The only thing is, we just have to trust this information as nothing can prove it, except for the OP's word. The only info we got from them was that it was taken off an NDR tape. NDR is an abbreviation of the German name for North German Radio. However, to me the band sounded British, which is pretty confusing. I'm not saying that there isn't a possibility of a British band ending up on German radio, as that happens all the time, but why would the first time we hear this song be from a German radio station? Surely the band would choose their local radio station first in order to get a little bit of traction. Or maybe they have already gained that little bit of traction but have managed to still fly under the radar all this time. Anyway, like said, we hardly have any information on this song, and this is just a theory.
Сочная жизнь с новой фантой в новой сумасшедшей бутылке. Фанта, вливайся по-сочному.
This next song throws me straight back into the 2000s. Sounding a lot like Blink 182, this song is very upbeat. The singer tells a story about reminiscing over a past relationship, which is the most popular narrative punk rock songs seem to follow. In the now deleted What's That Song post, the OP claims to have recorded it off a Fanta commercial in 2005. Someone was able to upload the original commercial onto YouTube, but it doesn't really aid us in the search. It is nice to see the actual ads though. Another thing that can be taken from the commercial is that it is in Russian. The language and the Fanta bottle shown at the end are Russian. So once again, what is this small-time American sounding punk rock song doing on a random Russian Fanta advert? Well, around 2005, punk rock was also pretty big in Russia. Most of the songs were of course sung in Russian, but there is the chance that the song used by Fanta was sung in English so that they could potentially reuse the ad in the West. Who knows? This is yet another catchy rock sounding song. Directly quoting the OP, story goes that an Italian guy travelled across Hungary in 04 to 05, playing music on the streets and distributing his CD. The track was ripped from that CD. This is the only track I have, although the CD had about 4 or 5. After reading this, the most likely scenario would be that the artist never really took off, and now these songs are just floating around in limbo. Even if the artist is still making music, it would be incredibly hard to connect this song to them. The context we have is that maybe the artist and his music are somewhere in Italy, his home country, or Hungary where he lives now? I don't know. Or even so, perhaps his trip to Hungary was just a part of a bigger travelling trip around Europe which aims to spread recognition for his music. Who knows? This song was so nostalgic to hear for some reason. First, it reminded me of Paula Toledo, How Long. Second, it sounds very similar to Torn by Natalie Imbruglia. And third, I'm 99% sure that I've heard this in some cringy rom-com from the 2000s. In typical Lost Wave fashion, we aren't given that much information about the song. It is in good quality, so there's that. But according to the Lost Wave wiki, the OP is known for finding songs on a mall radio station, so perhaps that's where they got this one as well. But then, using this information, if it was recorded off a mall radio station, then I'd expect it to be a bit worse in quality. But hey, what do I know? Anyway, that's gonna be it for this video, but let me know if you enjoyed, and maybe I'll make this into a little series. I'm always stumbling across random Lost Wave songs as my algorithm is dominated by them. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao!